2.mp4 media player.
Blindness is not the end of the journey, but the beginning of a new life.
A blind lady walking with a white cane.
Accesstech Innovation has established the first assistive technology experience center in Nigeria at number 18 Modupe Johnson Crescent, Surulere, Lagos State.
Blind trainees working on laptop and using stylus on the slates.
With support from Microsoft AI for Accessibility projects, the center provides individual and group digital skills training for blind persons.
Blind person learning to use Braille note taker. A blind male using an iPhone with voiceover.
At the center, visually impaired persons get professional support in trying out various assistive technologies to know the best ones for their work, education, and recreation. The Experience Center offers after-sales services in maintenance and repairs of assistive products for the blind. I am Okpeoluwa Akeola, a blind certified professional in accessibility core competencies and co-founder of Accesstech Innovation. Are you a blind person or someone willing to empower the blind? Visit us today to check out our range of products and services.
Contact us on Instagram at Accesstech_innovation, LinkedIn at Accesstech Innovation HQ, www.accesstechinnovation.com.
Play.
Okay, thank you, Olalekan, for that video. We'll be starting off right away so that we can have enough time for revision and going straight on to the topic for today. So I'm welcoming Olalekan Ibrahim, the course facilitator for today, to go ahead, please. Leko, please unmute and go ahead.
Documents row 1 column. Foundational course on. Your microphone is unmuted.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon,
entering lobby.
Fellow Access Techies. So we are all technological or tech enthusiasts. So I welcome you all. Good afternoon. Am I speaking to human beings?
Yes, good afternoon, Ibrahim.
Okay.
We are getting you very well.
Okay. But you make me happier if you call me Lekon. So I don't know. Yeah, my name is Ibrahim, but I prefer to be called Lekon. Lekan. But if that's too difficult for you to pronounce, there's no problem. Ibrahim too is fine. So
Ibrahim is the place. The other is good hard.
No problem. It's okay too. No problem. It's at least my name. All right. So did we all listen to? Okay. Looking at the weekly review, does anybody have any issue with the last topic? Or is there any issue generally, whether from the website, from the manual, is there anything you want to raise before we go into today's topic?
I have a question.
Okay, please ask. Before you ask your question, you say your name.
My name is Omotola.
Okay.
So when you take the quiz and let's say you do not get 100%, is there a way to check?
If you do not get 100%?
Yes, if you do not get 100%, even if it's 90% you got, how do you check to see the question you filled and the correct answer?
Okay,
or there's no way to check that?
For now, we've not made it available, but since you've talked about it now, we'll work on it.
All right.
But at least you are seeing the score in your dashboard.
Two participants.
Yes, I am.
No problem. No problem. It will be enabled.
All right, thank you.
I thought you wanted to have 100.
What did you say?
I said I thought you wanted to have 100%.
If possible, why not? I mean,
Okay, so please, there's no need. We are all blind here, and we also have some sighted ones, or some people are partially sighted. So just kindly turn off your camera, because some people are showing right now. Just turn off your camera and let everything be private. We only want to hear your voice. So you can make your voice public, but the background, make it private. Thank you. So if you are using
Hello, can you hear me?
computer, what do you say?
Bar.
If you are using computer to join the meeting, you can use Ctrl+Shift+A to turn off the camera. But if you are using phone, just scroll down or scroll up, depending on where you are on the screen, to turn off the camera. So having said that, thank you. So please confirm to me that you can hear my NVDA.
Turn camera on button. Turn camera on left paren. Control plus shift plus a right paren.
Yes, sir, we can hear it. It's clear.
Okay. Nice one. Nice one. So let me
Can
move
hear it, sir,
to...
very well.
no problem. Thank you very much for the feedback.
Media player row. Documents column. Foundational course on Microsoft.
Okay.
WhatsApp row 2 examples for Excel module dot. Examples for Excel
Okay.
module dot. Date E1.
Okay. So today we'll be looking at three main topics, or one topic, but divided into three. So we'll be looking at data editing and sorting. Data editing and sorting. And under data editing, you are talking about the data selection, and then you're also talking about rows/columns, inserting and deleting. So how do you move the content of your the data in your spreadsheets? How do you move it around? How do you delete it? How do you edit it? How do you select data from, select entire column, entire row, or entire table, copy cut? Then how do you even delete the entire column or entire row? Then how do you sort? That is, arrange your data. So I have before me...
Date E1. 8. Name A1.
Okay.
Esther A6. 20/05/2024 times 10 to the power of 6.
Okay.
Dart D6. Esther A6. Name A1.
So I have a table containing
Name A1.
5 columns and 6 rows.
Esther A6. Esther A6.
So I have names.
Name A1. Gender B1.
Gender.
HC1.
Age.
Complexion crop D1.
Complexion.
Date E1.
And dates. So names is in A.
Name A1.
Names is in A column.
Gender B1.
Gender in B column.
HC1.
Age in C column.
Complexion crop D1.
Complexion in D column.
Date E1.
Dates in E column. Okay, let me slow down the NVDA. Sorry about that.
Rate boost, rate 20, voice Microsoft David, rate, pitch 50, volume 100, volume 90, volume 8, volume, pitch 50, rate boost on, rate 20, rate 15, rate 10.
Okay.
Date E1, age, gender B1, name A1.
So now
name A1.
When you're talking about data editing, you are looking at different ways by which you can edit your data. How you can, one, delete the content of or correct or delete the content of your cells, copy, cut, or delete the data in a row, in a column, or in the entire table. And when it comes to deleting, of course, anything you want to delete or you want to copy, you want to ensure that you select the data first. You want to ensure that that is the rule of selection or of copying cuts generally. Anything you want to copy, you want to cut or delete, the rule is that you select it first, then you perform the action. If you don't select it first, don't let me say nothing will happen. Something will happen, but it will only affect the current cell that the focus on. So if you want to select, if you want to delete A1 to A5, A1 to A6, just like we have it here now, and your focus is in A1, if you press the delete key will only delete the A1. And why is it deleting A1? It's deleting A1 because it is A1 that is selected alone. A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, they are not selected. So how do you select cells? The method is kind of, well, is in a way dissimilar to that of Microsoft Word. Just one or two similarities, but generally it's dissimilar. It's not that similar. So now, I don't know how many of you have gone through your material, but let's start from the scratch. So last week we talked about how you can edit the content of a cell alone, just one cell. How do you delete a cell, correct your mistake in a cell? What if what you want to do extends beyond one cell, covers two or more cells? What about that? So that's what we will be looking at. So now we'll be looking at how to select more than one cell. So now,
Name A1.
generally, anything that has to do with data selection, whether it is in Microsoft Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, for you to select, you need the function of just one key. That is your shift key, whether the left shift or the right shift. You need to hold down your shift key. Now, where the direction of your data, the direction of the selection now depends on the movement of your arrows, your arrow keys. Let me take it again. If you hold down the shift key, the direction of this data you are selecting depends on which key which of the arrow keys you are using. So if you are using your right arrow key, because the right arrow key is used to navigate forward, move to the next column or next cell forward to the right, as you hold down the shift key and you are pressing the right arrow key, the right arrow key will be selecting it along the way as it's moving. It's like it's saying that, oh yeah, as I'm going now, be selecting me. You know, you are walking and there's something at your back. I say anywhere I face, just be marking it. You understand that kind of logic. So that is the essence of the right arrow key and the shift key. So the shift key is more like at the back of you. And I say, please, anywhere I'm going, anywhere the face. So that might sound like a Nigerian slang. So anywhere I face, just be marking me, be marking the road. So I'll be so that's the logic behind shift and the right arrow key. Then if you are using the shift and the down arrow key, it's also the same pattern. I say that the direction your data selection is or goes depends on which of the four arrow keys. So if you are pressing the down arrow, that means you want to be selecting the cells in a column. You want to be selecting the cells in a column. Down and up arrow are used to navigate within a column. Either you go up the column or you go down the column. So as you are going down the column and your shift is held down, you are saying that I want to select the cells that are below. So now,
Name A1.
so I'm in A1. So I want to select the A1, B1, and C1. A1, B1, and C1. First, let me even select A1 and B1.
Name A1.
By default, anywhere your focus is in Excel, that cell is automatically selected. As I'm in A1, cell A1 is automatically selected. Whether you press or without even pressing the shift key, that is the rule, that is the logic. By default, the cell that is in focus is selected. So now I will now hold down the shift key, then press the right arrow key. You will hear what the NVDA will say.
A1 name through B1, gender selected row 1 column 1, quick analysis available.
A1 name through B1 gender selected. So that means A1 from A1 to B1 has been selected. If I remove my hand now, I've removed my hand. Whatever I do will affect the two cells. It will affect A1 and B1. If I press the delete key, let me press the delete key. It will clear the content in A1 and B1. Okay.
A1.
So now I've pressed the delete key. So now let me check A1 and B1.
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 A1.
A1.
B1.
You see now, because I selected the two cells and I pressed the delete key, so delete affected the two cells. So now let me bring back the content with my Control Z. Let me undo it.
A1 name through B1, gender selected row 1 column 1.
So
Quick analysis available.
When I pressed Control Z to undo it, it brought back the data in the two cells and left them selected, left the two cells selected. So now another thing you should also know, when you select cells, be it Excel or Word, the moment you press the up arrow, the cells that you selected will be deselected. Do you understand that? So the moment you press the up arrow or left arrow, the two cells will be deselected. So let me press the up arrow now. You will not hear selected again.
Name A1.
Yeah, that's all. It has. So don't ever make that mistake of, okay, after selection, you now want to check any other thing with the 4 arrow keys. Just leave your 4 arrow keys. Just go on with whatever what you want to do with the data. Except when you realize that after selection, you made a mistake. You've selected the wrong cells. Just scatter it by pressing your up arrow. Deselect it by pressing your up arrow. Then you can now start your selection process all over again. So
name A1.
So now name A1. So let me select 3 cells starting from A1. So I'll hold down my shift key, right arrow once.
A1 name through B1, gender selected row 1 column 1.
So
quick analysis available.
Your screen reader will also tell you whether it's just for NVDA. It will tell you which cells have been selected. So it will always tell you the first cell has been selected. So let me right arrow again to C1 and hear what is with
C1, H selected row 1 column 1. Quick analysis available.
Did you get that? A1 name through C1 age selected. That means that it has skipped B1 because B1 has been selected already. So I told you that it will, as we are moving, your screen reader will always announce the first cell that you've selected and the current cell. So my current cell is C1. So if I press the right arrow again, it will say A1 name through D1.
A1 name through D1, complexion selected row 1 column 1. Quick analysis available.
So you can see, so it will keep selecting until I remove my hand from the arrow key, from the shift key. So that is how to select to the right. So let me scatter the selection. Let me deselect.
Name A1.
Name A1. So I'm back in
name A1.
A1. So that means that it has been deselected. So now that is how to select on a row. How do you select in a column or the cells in a column?
Name A1.
So anywhere you want to start your selection from, the first rule is that you hold down your shift key when you get to the first cell. So I've held down my shift key, left shift, then I will press the down arrow once.
A1 name through A2, Michael selected row 1 through 2 column 1. Quick analysis available.
A1 name through A2. Then from A1, which is name, through A2, which is Michael, selected. So if I press down arrow again, while my other hand is still on shift.
A1 name through A3, Jackson selected row 1 through 3 column 1.
Jeez.
Quick analysis available. A1 name through A4, Gabriel selected row 1 through. A1 name through A5, Sunday selected row 1 through 5 column 1. Quick analysis available.
So I hope that is clear. So that is how to select cells in a row and cells in a column.
Name A1.
So I press the up arrow to deselect it.
Name A1.
So is there any question before I move on? Does anybody have a question before I move on?
Teacher Ibrahim, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Now, that information, is it only said by
Go
any
on.
video or even just can see it? Because the more you continue selecting, I hear NVIDIA is mentioning the first cell from maybe A1 up to maybe D1 selected. It mentioned all of them. Is it both JAWS and NVIDIA?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that is my question. Thank you.
Let me try with JAWS. Okay. That means I have to quit this one. Okay, no, I don't want to. Something has been set on my system already. Okay, let me try it. There's no problem.
Exit NVDA dialog. What would you like to do?
Okay, the JAWS is.
Please wait. JAWS. Examples for Excel module.xlsx-excel sheet 1. Name A. Michael A2. Name A1.
Okay.
Michael A2. Name A1.
Name. So let me do that. Let me hold down the shift key. Press the right arrow.
Select gender B1.
Oh, okay. So
Name.
Let me start.
Michael. Name A1. Select gender B1. Select age C1.
Okay. So the JAWS is not mentioning the first, but is mentioning where you are.
Select complexion D1. Select date E1.
Dates.
Select F1.
Now, how do you find out if you? Okay. I'm coming. Okay, let's just move on because the next key I want to it's a bit to be a bit complicating. So
name A1.
At least it's mentioning where you are.
Select gender. Select age C1. Select complexion D1.
Complexion.
Select date E1.
Okay.
Select A1. Name E2. 20/06/2020.
No, we'll
Tab.
get there. It will there. It has.
Escape. A1.
I've seen it. We'll get there. So let me return to the NVDA.
Please, it's like your screen is not shared.
Unloading JAWS. With JAWS dialog. Are you sure?
Oh,
Hello?
you can't hear it.
I cannot hear very well. I
No,
don't
we
know.
can hear it. We can hear it.
You can hear it.
Yes,
It's not
shared.
up now.
Enter. Sharing control bar vertical bar.
So bringing back the NVDA. Yeah, come up. So, how is the problem? NVDA is not coming up again.
Caps lock on. Caps lock off.
Yeah.
Sharing control bar bar. Chat bar I. Pin chat. Sign in dash. New tab dash. Sign. Chat bar. Sharing examples for.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe it's from my speaker.
Can you hear it now?
Yes,
Caps
let's go
lock
ahead.
on.
Maybe,
Caps lock off.
yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can get
Chat
it
bar
very well.
Ibrahim Olalakan. Examples for
But other members,
for
let's
Excel
hear
module dot
you.
XLS H4 H1 H date E1 name A1.
What did he say?
I'm saying you're very
I
Name
was just
A1.
requesting those members so that I can mute.
Difficult for me to hear. So, no problem.
Name A1.
So now, let's move on. So there is a better way, a faster way, and a more efficient way of selecting data in a row and data in a column. So if you need to select just a group of cells in a particular row or in a particular column, you use the method. But if you want to select the cells in the entire column, that is from A1 to A6, you don't need to hold down your shift and be pressing down arrow, down arrow. Do you understand? That is a lot of time.
Name A1. Name
See, now
A1.
I'm in name A1, so I hold down my shift.
A
I'll
1
be
name through
pressing down
A2.
arrow.
Michael selected. A 1 name through A3. Jackson selected row 1 through. A 1 name through A4. Gabriel selected row 1 through 4 column. A 1 name through A5. Sunday selected row 1. A 1 name through A6. Esther selected row 1 through 6 column 1. Quick analysis.
See the time it took me to just 6 rows. Oh, what if I'm not dealing with 50 rows, 100 rows? So if it can take me like a minute or whatever to finish this. So a more efficient way of selecting the data in the entire column is
Name A1.
is that you hold down your shift key, you hold down your control shift.
Name A1.
Hold down your, so I'm holding down my control shift now. I'll just press down arrow.
A 1 name through A6. Esther selected row 1 through 6 column 1. Quick analysis available.
Did you get that? A1 name through A6. Straight, just control shift, then hold down control shift, and then just press your down arrow once. That's all. Everything that is inside that column on the table will be selected. So you can see that this one is faster. But if what you just want to select is just like 3 cells, not the entire column, not from A1 to A6, maybe you just need A1 to A3, then you can now use that one-on-one method.
Name A1.
This, hold down the shift key.
A 1 name through A3.
And then
Jack.
press the down
Analysis. Name A1.
So then you can also do
Name
the same,
A1.
You can also do the same thing for data in a row. So just hold down your
Name A1.
Hold down your control shift and press the right arrow. So right arrow will select from A1 up to the last cell on that row. So I'm holding down the control shift. I'll press right arrow once.
A 1 name through E1. Date selected row 1 column 1. Quick analysis available.
Did you see that? So the logic on this one is, normally last week we said if you want to jump from one end of the data to another end of data, just hold down your control key and press the particular key that takes you to that direction. So if you want to jump from A1 to A6, you hold down your control key and press down arrow. It takes you straight to the last cell. So it's that same logic. Just once you add the shift key to it, is jump. Jump. So that is what that one does.
Name A1.
So I hope that is clear. Then another way is, so we've talked about how to select a cell by cell, how to select the entire cells in a row or in a column. Then what if you want to select the entire table? Okay, before we move to the entire, okay, yeah, it's the entire table.
Name A1.
Now name A1. If I want to select the entire table, or I want to select 2 columns. What if I want to, now I have 5 columns, A to E, but I want to select data on A and B. that is A1 to B6. That is 2 columns.
Name A1.
How do I do that? How? So I'll just go to A1.
Name A1.
So I'm in name A1. What do I do? I'll hold down my shift key, right? Then press the right arrow once.
A1 name through B1, gender selected row 1 column 1.
Did you get
Quick
that?
analysis available.
Now A1 name through B1. So gender, that means the 2 cells in the 2 columns have been selected. So since I'm on the second column, I will now come down with my down arrow.
A1 name through B2, male selected row 1 through 2 column 1.
Did you get that?
Quick analysis available.
A1 through B2. I'll press down arrow again.
A1 name through B3, male selected row 1 through 3 column 1. Quick analysis available.
A1 through B3. So you can see.
A1 name through B4, male select. A1 name through B5, male selected row 1 through. A1 name through B6, female selected row 1 through 6 column 1.
So you can
Quick
see.
analysis available.
So what that one does is that now I moved from cell A1, I selected cell B1. My hand was still on the shift key. Now I started pressing the down arrow. So that means that as it's selecting from the left, it's also selecting the current cell. So when it said A1 through B2, what it does is that it selected B1, B2, A2 and B2. Then if you scroll down to B3, it selected both the B3 and A3. Then move down again, selected both A4 and B4, like that. So it's going down. As it's selecting on the current cell, it's also selecting towards the left. So now, we can also use the last method.
Name A1.
The shorter method to select these 2 columns.
Name A1.
This Ctrl-Shift down arrow.
Name A1.
So I will hold down my Shift key on name, then press the right arrow to B1.
A1 name through B1, gender selected row 1 column 1.
Now,
quick analysis available.
My hand is still on Shift. I will now press the Ctrl-Shift together with it. You will not remove your hand from the Shift. So just hold down Ctrl, then press down arrow. It will select to B6.
A1 name through B6, female selected row 1 through 6 column 1. Quick analysis available.
Did you see that? So we've just selected the data in 2 columns. So let's go on. I hope we're all clear.
Name A1.
So name A1. If I want to select 3 columns, it's still the same method.
Name A1.
If I want to select column A, column B, column C, so I'll just hold down my Shift key on name A1, right arrow once or 2 times to C1.
A1 name through B1. A1 name through C1, H selected row 1 column 1.
Then,
quick analysis available.
Then I will now press Ctrl down arrow to select down.
A1 name through C629, selected row 1 through.
Did you get that?
Name A1.
Now, what if it's the entire table you want to select? There is a shortcut, a more efficient way. Don't let me say shortcut.
Name A1.
So here now on name A1, press your Ctrl-Shift down arrow on the first cell. Ctrl-Shift down arrow. My fingers are on the 2 keys. Ctrl-Shift. Ctrl-Shift. Now press the right arrow.
A1 name through E1, date selected row 1 column 1.
So
quick analysis available.
It has selected from A1 to E1. My hands are still on, or my fingers are still on Ctrl-Shift. Now I will now press down arrow.
A1 name through E620/05/2024, selected row 1 through.
Did you get that? So you Ctrl-Shift right arrow to move to the last, to select the entire row, then Ctrl-Shift down arrow to select the entire column. So it has covered the entire table like that. That is one way of selecting the entire table. One way. There are still other ways of selecting, but this is one way. So any question?
Yeah, for me, I've understood it very well. I'm called Magnon.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So, thank you. Let's move on.
Name A1.
So, another way, one area that we didn't talk about last week was if you want, if I say, Tolani, go to cell K900, cell K900. I'm sure in 5 minutes you are still looking for that cell. K900, that is the 900 row. So how do you quickly jump to K900? So that's what we didn't look at last week, but let's quickly do that. So if you want to jump to a particular cell, it's just like Microsoft Word. When you use your control find, that is a find dialog, you press Control F, then you type the word you are looking for. The moment you hit the enter key, the focus moves to that word, the first occurrence of that word. So the same thing in Excel, you can move the cursor to that particular cell anywhere, even let it be row 1 million. At the click of a button, you land there straight. So now let's do that K900.
Name A1.
So there are 2 ways to do this.
Go to dialog, go to colon, reference colon, examples.
So there are 2 ways to do this. Press your F5. If you press your F5, it will take you to go to dialog. F5, just your F5, no combination. So I'll press F5.
Go to dialog, go to colon, reference colon, edit alt plus or blank.
So now I will not type, it says reference. That means it's asking which cell are you going to? It's just like in a lift, which room are you going to? You type it. So I'm going to room K900.
K900.
Then I will hit the enter key. See what happens.
Examples for Excel module.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. K900.
Did you see? It has taken us there straight. What it would have taken Tolani like a whole day to look for, just in 1 second, I've gotten there. So I'm in cell K900.
K901. K900.
So is that clear? Anywhere you are going to in a cell. So I can actually hide a data in a cell. I ask you, be looking for it, be looking for it, be looking for it. So that is it. So let me go back with my control up arrow.
K1.
K1.
Date E1.
Date.
Name A.
So now, another way of selecting, another go-to method, the shortcut for go-to method is either you use F5 or you use Control G. It's still the same method. So let me press Control G now. Control G.
Go to dialog, go to colon, reference colon, edit alt plus or selected A1.
So you can see. So let me press J50. J50.
J. Selection removed.
J50.
5, 0.
Enter key.
Examples for Excel module.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. J50.
Yeah, so J50. So let me go back up with my control up.
J1.
J1. Then control left.
Date E1.
Date E1. Control left again.
Name A1.
Name A1. So now with that go to dialog, you can also use go to dialog to select cells. You can use go to dialog to select any cell or cells you want to select. So to select the entire table or to select A1, let me select A1 to A6. If you like, be in the middle of the sheet. If you like, be in K9. In fact, let me go to K900 again. I just like this K9. I don't know, maybe the sound of it or the distance. I don't know.
Go to dialog, go to colon, go K900.
So
K. Example, Michael, name A1.
Oh,
Michael
what
A2.
happened? This thing ignored me.
Go to dialog, go
Okay.
to colon, K900. Examples for K901.
Okay.
K900.
So now I'm in K900. Remember, I'm very far away from home. My home is in A1. I'm in K900. What a journey, what a distance. So if I want to select A1 to A6, I don't need to be in A1. Or if I want to use go to buy method, you don't need to. It's not a must. You can be, in fact, in K1 million or in anywhere. Just use the go to dialog. I'll press the F5 or Control G, anyone that you like.
Go to dialog, go to colon, reference colon, edit alt plus or selected A2.
So now I will Let me delete it.
Blank.
Blank. So let me press A1.
A1.
Column.
A1. Colon.
A6. A6.
6.
You see, that is A1 column A6.
A1 colon A6.
A1 column A6. So if I hit the enter key, it will select that data range that I've imputed. So let me hit the enter key. You will hear what it will say now.
Examples for Excel module.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. A1 name through A6. Esther selected row 1 through 6 column 1. Quick analysis available.
Did you see the magic? From K900, it runs. It ran to mark from A1 to A6. So now the focus is now on A1 to A6. So regardless of where you are, if you are doing blind Excel competition, I can just put you at the bottom of a spreadsheet. I will give everybody computer. Oh yeah, everybody be at the bottom of your spreadsheet. Oh yeah, select this data range. You will see some people, they will start pressing up arrow just because they want to be in that cell that they said they should select. So it's not a must. You don't need to be there. So that is one method, which is actually faster. So you can also use that same method. Press the up arrow to deselect it.
Name A1.
It has deselected. You can also use that same method to select the entire table.
Name A1.
So I'll press the F5.
Go to dialog, go to colon.
So
reference colon. Edit Alt plus R selected K900.
So I will just forget whatever that is inside. The last thing that you typed, it keeps the record. So if once you start typing, to delete what was there before. So I'll just select A1.
Selection remove 1.
A1 column.
A1 colon.
E what? E6. Yeah. E6.
6.
So I will hit the enter key.
Examples for Excel module.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. A1 name through E620/05/2024. Select.
Did you get that? So A1 through E6. So it has selected the entire. So it just depends on which one you want. Whether you want to use the shortcut to select, which to me is faster. Is that if it is a entire column you want to select, there's no need to use shortcut because shortcut is actually slower than Control Shift down arrow. So if you want to select A1 to A6, there's no need using shortcut. Just press Control Shift down arrow. But in a situation where you are far away, there's no need for you to be pressing the up arrow. Just use your shortcut. Control G, A1 column A6. You are there. So just why I'm going through all this is just for you to make you more efficient, more time conscious, and make Excel fun. So that is the essence of this one. Not everybody is privy or knows these shortcuts, why some people will tell you Excel is clumsy, Excel is difficult to use. No, if you know the shortcuts, you will be fine. So let's move on. So that's all. So when you are done selecting, you can now press delete key to delete that if you want to delete, or you press Control C to copy. So in fact,
Name A1.
So let me select A1 to A6. Let me show you one other thing.
A1 name through A6. Esther selected row 1 through 6 column 1.
So
quick analysis available.
I've selected name A1 to A6. So let me just copy it.
Copy.
So now
name A1.
Let me go to
name date E1, G1, HI1, J1.
J1. I'm in J1. If I paste what I've copied, if I paste it here, you can't plant cassava and expect cocoyam. Whatever you plant, the way you copy something is the way it's going to appear. So if you copy a column and you paste it, it will appear as a column. You can't paste it and then it will appear as a row. No. So because I copied the column, if I paste it in J1, it will appear as from J1 to J6. So let me paste it.
J1 name through J6. Esther selected row 1 through 6 column 10.
Did you get
Paste. It? Quick analysis available. Name J1.
Name J1.
Michael J2. Jackson J3. Gabriel J4. Sunday J5. Esther J6. J7.
Did you see? So you can't copy something as a column. You can't copy a column and you paste it. It will not appear in a row. No. So for you to make it appear in a row, there is a technique to do that. It's called transpose. That one is for another day. Somebody should say, please teach me. So let's go on. Nobody wants to know it. It's actually not part of
Please
this.
teach
It can
me.
be a
Please
bonus.
teach
Please
me.
teach.
I want to know it. Please.
I'm just joking.
Well, we are trying to unmute
It's okay.
ourselves.
Please. Teacher Ibrahim,
Okay, no
please.
problem. I was actually joking, so thank you. Thank you. So, and okay.
Esther.
You know, there are always 1,001 ways to skin a cat. So, but let me give you this simplest way, the easiest way.
Sunday J5.
So now, if you want to make this column, if you want to turn it into a row, if you want to turn it into a row,
Gabriel J4.
so let me select it.
Name J1.
Name J1, so I will just select it.
J1 name through J6. Esther selected row 1 through 6 column 10. Quick analysis available.
So I will copy it. I will copy. Copy. Now I will go to where I want to paste it.
Name K1, L1.
So let me start in L1. So I will now go to my context menu, which is your application key or your shifted 10.
Remove the selection and put it on the clipboard so you can paste it somewhere else.
Then down arrow.
T1 of 4. Copy paste options grouping
Then
3 of 4. Paste not selected, add content on the clipboard to your document. Paste special. Split button. Paste options
so
grouping 3 of 4. Paste link.
You go
not
to
selected, paste link left paren and right paren and 6.
So you when you are on paste option, scroll right.
Paste not selected, add content on the clipboard to your document. Values not selected,
So
values left paren, V right paren, V2 of 6.
Transpose. Scroll to be pressing your right arrow until you hear transpose.
Formulas not select, transpose not selected, transpose left paren, T right paren, T4 of 6.
Then hit the enter key on transpose.
Sheet 1 table. L1 name through Q1. Esther selected row 1 column 12. Quick analysis available.
So let's now check whether it's a row or it's a column.
Michael M. Name L1.
Name A1.
Michael M1.
Michael M1.
Jackson N1.
Jackson N1.
Gabriel O1.
Gabriel O1.
Sunday P1.
Sunday P1.
Esther Q1.
Esther Q1.
R1.
So that is it. You see, it has appeared as a row on a row. So that is, it's just tip, it's bonus. So let's move on. I will undo all these ones. Let me undo it.
So my
L1 through
Hello,
L1.
can you hear me? Hello.
Yes.
Let me ask a question, please.
Yes.
The way you just did it, after selecting the column J1 to J6.
Yes.
You copied it.
Yes, I did. I copied
then
it.
Then use your application key or Shift F10.
I went to where I want to paste it. The beginning of the beginning. I went to my context menu.
Then you scroll down to
paste
you
option.
now arrow down to paste options.
Yes.
Then you use your right arrow to transpose.
Yes.
Then press enter.
Then hit the enter key. Yes.
Okay.
You are correct.
Thank you very much.
Correct. Yeah, you're welcome.
L1.
So
M1. K1. Name I1. Name J1.
Let me undo this one too.
J1 through J1. J2.
Yes.
J3.
Yes.
J I date E1. Gender B1.
So let's go.
Name.
Let's move on. So from time to time, as you attend the live classes, you get 1 or 2 tips that are not covered in the syllabus. So if you want to,
Ibrahim.
Yes.
The other question is that can it apply in the either way? If I want to work on the column to turn it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's me on transpose. Transpose is like turn it around, turn it the other way. So any way that it is, you should turn it to other way.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. But the other way you cannot do that, you cannot make it a circle. Cannot say, please do J1 and use it to form a circle. But at least it can go either vertical or horizontal. Those are the two ways. So now to the other part of the editing, which is inserting new rows and inserting new columns. New rows and new columns. So there are times you are done creating your table, but when you are done, when you are now going through it, you now discover that actually you are not covered.
Name A1.
That's
plugged in 65%.
That there should be, so you now realize that, oh, you have name.
Name A1.
Name, column for name.
Gender B1.
Column for gender.
HC1.
Column for age.
Complexion crop D1.
Complexion.
Date E1.
Date E1. That oh.
1.
After age, I think there should be a score.
HC1.
Or location. Let's say location after age.
Gender HC1.
That is, you discover that after when you are done creating the entire table. So what do? How do you ensure that there is a new column in between
gender HC1,
in between age and
complexion crop D1?
Complexion. So how do you bring up a new column? So now that's what we want to look at, and the other way around. So let's look at how to insert a new column. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Sir.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, the network is a bit poor. So how do you insert a new column in between age and complexion?
D1, HC1.
So that means between C1 and D1. How do you ensure that you put in a new column? So that's what we want to look at.
HC1.
HC1. So now the rule about inserting a new column, please take note so that it doesn't frustrate you. When you are inserting a new column, the new column you are inserting by default move the current cell, the current column to the right. By default, move the current column by to the right. So now
HC1.
Since I said I want to insert a new column in between age, so just mute. I think that is just the best way, so that I don't need to. So how do you ensure that there is a new column in between age,
complexion crop D1,
and complexion? And I already told you that the moment you insert a new column, it's going to shift the current column to the next, to the column on the right. So now where do you start it? Since you know that one, you don't need to start from age.
HC1.
Because if you insert from age, it's going to shift age to the right. So rather start from
complexion crop D1.
Complexion, anywhere in column D. If you like, be in D1.
Complexion crop D1.
If you like, be in D4.
Dark D3, fair D4.
So let me do it from D4. Anywhere you are, as long as you are in a column, you can insert the column. So there are two ways of doing it. Let me use go through the longer route. So you go through your application or context menu, Shift F10.
Cut, remove the selection and put it on the clipboard.
Then scroll down to insert.
Copy, put, paste up, paste special, smart lookups, insert copied cells. Insert copied cells.
So hit the enter key on insert. 4 options will pop up.
Insert dialog, insert window, insert grouping, shift cells right, radio button checked, alt plus I1 of 2.
Shift cell right,
Shift cells down radio button checked Alt plus D2 of 2.
Shift cell down, so I'm pressing down arrow again.
Shift cells right radio button checked Alt plus I1 of 2. Shift cells down radio button checked Alt plus D2 of 2. Shift cells right radio button checked Alt plus I1 of 2.
What is happening? Let me use my right arrow.
Shift cells down radio, shift cells, shift cell, shift cell, shift.
Sorry.
Examples for
Let me
dark D3, fair D4,
did I select anything?
dark D3.
Okay, let me do it again.
Cut, remove the copy, put
Down arrow.
paste, special, insert, delete, insert. Insert cells, left paren, control plus shift, insert dialog, insert window, shifts, entire row
Okay.
radio button checked Alt.
I don't know why that mess up. That the first one did not, the first time did not. So when I hit the enter key on insert, the first thing is
Shift cells right radio button checked Alt plus I1 of 4.
shift cell right,
Shift cells down radio button checked Alt plus D2 of 4.
shift cell down. So I'm using my down arrow
Entire row radio button checked Alt plus R3 of 4.
and insert an entire row, then down arrow again.
Entire column radio button checked Alt plus C4 of 4.
The entire column. So I'll just hit the enter key on entire column. So let's see what happens.
Okay, examples for Excel module.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table, D3,
D3. When you even hear that, you already know that it's blank.
D2,
D2,
D1.
D1. So remember that D1 before was for complexion. That was where we started the process from. So now let's check the column to the right, which is E. Let's see what is there now.
Complexion cropped E1.
You see now, complexion has now been shifted to E. And that means that what was in E before has been shifted to F. Let's check.
Date F1.
Date F1. Remember that date was in E before and complexion was in D. So, but because we've created a new column in between age and complexion, what was on complexion before on D, which was complexion, shifted to E, and what was on E column shifted to F.
Date F1.
Date F1.
Complexion cropped E1. Chocolate cropped E3, D3,
So-
D2, D1, D1.
So is that clear? So always know the rule that the current column is moved to the right.
Yes, it's clear.
It's clear. So it's the same
Yes, sir.
process if you want to insert a new row. If you want to insert a new row,
D1, HC1.
so let's say I want to insert a new name after
Gender B1.
after Michael.
Name A1. Michael A2.
I say I want to insert a new name after Michael. It's not before Michael, after. So Michael.
Jackson A3.
So I want to insert a new name in between Michael and Jackson. That means the new name, let's say the new name is Collins. So it will be Michael Collins Jackson. And that means you are inserting
Michael A2.
you are inserting a new row. So how do you do that? And now, this is now the rule about this one. The new row that you insert will push the current row down. So if I do it on Michael, it will push Michael down. That means the new name will now come before Michael. So what you will do is just to go to the Jackson.
Jackson A3.
Because I say that this Jackson is going to push the data down to A4, to the fourth row.
Gabriel A4. Jackson A3.
So let me do it on Jackson. So you see the same process. Go to insert in your application.
Cut, remove the select, copy, paste, smart look, insert. Insert dial, shift cells down radio button.
So press down arrow to entire row. You want to insert the entire row.
Entire row radio button checked Alt plus R3 of 4.
Hit the enter key.
Okay, examples for Excel module.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. A3.
A3.
Jackson A4.
You see, Jackson has been moved to A4.
A3.
The third row is now empty.
B3, C3, D3, E3,
So,
A3, Michael A2.
So that is just understand what happens if you insert a column. Where does the column move to? Where does the row move to? So
Name A1.
we've used the application key to insert rows and columns. What if you want to use the shortcut key?
Gender, HC1, D1.
D1. So what if you want to use shortcut key to create a new column. So I'm on D1, which is also blank.
D1.
So I want to create new column using the shortcut key. So I'll just press the Alt HIC, Alt HIC separately. I'll press the Alt key first.
Ribbon tabs tab control expanded. Home tab selected Alt, H2 of 11.
Then H. Then I.
Insert cells. Insert cells, rows, or columns into the sheet or table. FYI : new rows will be added above the selection and new columns will be added to the left of the selection. Alt, H, I Control plus Shift plus equals 1 of 1.
Then press C.
Sheet 1 table, D1.
D1. So let's now check.
D1, E1.
So
E2, E3, E2, E1.
So D and E will now have a new. So to create a new column using shortcut key is Alt HIC. Then to create a new row using the shortcut key is Alt HDR. Sorry, Alt HIR.
E1.
So
D1, HC, name A1, Michael A2, A3.
So let me create a new row using the shortcut key Alt HIR. I'll press it now.
Ribbon tabs tab, H, I, sheet 1 table, A3.
So now
Michael A2, A3, A4, Jackson, A4, A3, B3, B4, C4.
So you see, so that is how to, so depending on, if you know you are a shortcut type, then the shortcut method is for you. Just cram the shortcut. Alt HIC, insert column. Just look at the last letter. Alt H, insert column, IC. Alt H, insert row, IR. So
C4.
So then
C3, D3.
What if you want to delete? How do you delete a columns? You can use both ways. Either you go or you go through the shortcut. So let me start with the short. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Somebody,
we can hear you.
Somebody called
Hello?
my name, so I thought you couldn't hear me. So let's move on.
Okay, we can hear you.
Okay, so now to use shortcuts to delete a column.
D2, D1, D1, D2, D1, D1.
So let me say I want to delete column D.
D2, D3.
Okay, don't let me so that it doesn't get confusing.
C3, B3.
Let me delete the one that has data.
Male B2, gender B1.
So let me delete
HC1, gender B1.
Let me delete gender column with my shortcut key. So the shortcut I will press to delete a column is Alt HDC, delete column, Alt HDC.
Ribbon tabs tab H, D, delete, sheet 1 table, HB1.
So
name A1, HB1, C1, HB1, name A1.
So let me bring it back by pressing Ctrl Z to undo it.
Gender B1, gender B1.
Gender is back.
Male, gender B1.
So let me use the same method, use the application method. Application key or Shift F10.
Cut, remove the selection.
Then go down to delete. Scroll down to delete.
Copy, put, paste, smart, insert, delete.
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 Hit the enter key.
Left paren. Delete dialog.
Then
delete
when you hit the enter key, scroll down to entire column.
Shift cells up radio, entire row radio, entire column radio button checked Alt plus C4 of 4.
Then hit the enter key on the entire column.
Okay, examples for Excel module. Name A1, HB1, C1.
So gender is gone again. So either method will work.
HB1.
So let me bring gender back by Ctrl Z.
Gender B1, gender, name A1.
So if you want to delete row. So let me delete this first row, name, gender, age. So let me delete it.
Name A1.
So you can use the shortcut key, which is Alt HDR. Alt HDR.
Ribbon tabs tab H D. Sheet 1 table. Michael A1.
So you see Michael A1, gender, name, gender, all of them are gone.
Michael A1. Male B1. 32C1.
So you see, so that is how to delete a row. Alt HDR.
Male B1.
Let me Control Z.
Name A1. Name A1.
So you can also use application, context menu or application key to delete it. So just scroll down to delete. Hit the enter key, scroll down to delete entire row. Yeah. So I think that is that about that one. It's simple, straightforward. So the last topic.
16:13.
Okay, 16:13. Okay, so
Name A1.
the last one has to do with, let me delete this.
Gender B HC1 D1.
Okay.
HC1 D1.
Let me delete all the empty columns and then this thing.
Ribbon tabs H D. Delete sheet 1 table D1 D1. Complexion D1. Ribbon tabs H D. Delete sheet 1 table HC1. Complexion crop D1. Date E1 F1 date H Michael A2 A3. Ribbon tabs tab control H D. Sheet 1 B3 A3. Jackson A3. Ribbon tabs tab H D. Sheet 1 male Jackson A. Gabriel A4.
Yeah, I'm done deleting all the new columns and rows.
Michael A2 name A1. Mike Jackson Gabriel Sunday.
So
Jackson name A1.
So let's move to sorting. Sorting.
Hi, Olaleko. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Hello?
I can.
Yeah, good. Sorry, I don't know if others have been hearing you since, like, my network is very, very bad over here, so I've been finding it hard to move on with the class. But I just want to know if there's going to be a recording after this class.
What is your name?
In case I'm unable to get everything. My name is Taiwo.
Okay, Taiwo. Okay, no problem. There will be a recording. The recording of the last class has been uploaded. Are you on the group chat?
Yes, of course I am.
Okay. So the recording will be uploaded very soon in your dashboard. So let's move to sorting. Sorting.
All right, thank
you. You have, thank you, no problem. So you have dirty clothes and you want to wash them. Of course, you want to sort. How can you sort? You want to ensure that the colors don't the red color don't stain the white, or you want to sort based on color, white separately so that you can wash them together, red separately, that kind of thing. Basic meaning of sorting. So the same way, when you are creating data, for instance, if you as a class teacher and then you have you are instructed to write the list of the names or the details of your student under you taking your course. So it's always okay before you submit it for final approval or whatever, ensure that the names are in order and in a particular order alphabetically, so that for easy reference, for easy location, so that it will be easy for me to look for Ibrahim Olalekun. I'll just go under I. But if you leave your words scattered, they are unsorted. If you ask somebody to look for Ibrahim Olalekun, the person will have to start from the first name, Jide, Sunday, Michael, until, do you understand? So to make the word easy, just sort. And just the way you can sort your clothes based on different categories, you can sort tops first, based on whether tops first or trousers or whatever, or based on color, or based on the design, or based on the texture. It's the same way you can also sort in Excel based on different features or characteristics. So you can sort data, group them based on the identity they share or the characteristics they share. So you can sort based on color. You can, yes, I mean it. You can sort data based on the color. You can sort based on dates. You can sort based on text. So that is alphabetical order. You can sort numbers. That is whether small numbers should come first or big numbers should come first. You can sort based on what? Just complete it. Any other way you can sort. So to sort,
name A1.
there are a few things you must take note of. In Excel, you always have headers. I think that will be the next this thing, headers and row headers, column headers. So
name A1.
Last week, I think I did say that the first row is always your row is for your headings.
Name A1.
Name,
gender B1.
Gender, those are the headings.
HC, complexion crop D, date E1.
Date. So now, because these are your headings, you don't touch with them, you don't tamper with them.
Name A1.
We want to sort based on name. We'll just go to the first name. Just go to the first name, which is A2. Leave the heading alone, the first row. Move to the second.
Michael A2.
So we want to sort names in alphabetical order, in an ascending order. So while we are in A2, go to your context menu or your application key. Shift 10 here.
Remove the selection and put it on the clipboard so you can paste.
Then scroll down to sort.
Copy, paste special, smart look, insert, delete, clear content, translate, quick analysis Q1 of, filter collapsed E, sort collapsed O3 of 3.
Then when you hear sort, hit the enter key.
Sort A to Z lowest to highest. S1 of 6.
Do you hear that? Sort A to Z, lowest to highest. A to Z. Let me hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table. Esther A2.
You see, Michael was in A2 now. Esther has come because Esther comes before Michael. So let's go to A1.
Name A1.
Name A1.
Esther A2.
Esther A2.
Gabriel A3.
E.G. That is Gabriel.
Jackson A4.
Jackson.
Michael A5.
Michael.
Sunday A6.
Sunday A6. Is there any problem?
A7.
No problem.
Sunday A6.
So all the names have been sorted alphabetically. If there is any issue, just let me know. So you can see that they've been sorted alphabetically.
Michael, Jack, Gabe, Esther A2.
So now, it's not just the names that are sorted. That's one thing you should take note of. It's not just the names that are sorted. All the corresponding details on that row are also sorted along.
Name A1.
So,
Esther A2.
So let's see Esther's details.
Female B2.
Esther is female. That means that the female identity to was also followed the name.
29 C2.
29. So it's not like, okay, because you sort the names, then the gender, this thing will not go. No, they will also, all the data on that row will move together. Let me undo so that you will understand what I'm saying. Let me undo it.
A2 Michael through E. Name A1.
Name A1.
Michael A2.
So Michael. So let's see Michael's detail now. I will use the right arrow.
Male B2.
Michael is a male.
32 C2.
32 is Michael.
Chocolate crop D2.
Is chocolate.
20/06/2000 and
date is
20/06/
yeah, 20/6, which is today.
Male B. Michael A2.
So let's see. Well,
Jackson A3.
Jackson.
Male B3.
Male.
26 C3.
26.
Dark D3.
Dark. So let's take notes. Michael is chocolate. Jackson is dark. So let's go and sort it again.
Michael A2.
So I'll go to the context menu.
Remove the selection, copy, paste, smart, insert, delete, clear, quicken, filter, sort collapsed O3 of, sort A to Z lowest to highest. Sheet 1, name A1.
So let's look for Michael, which is chocolate and 32 in of age.
Esther A2, Gabriel A, Jackson A4.
Okay, let's look for Michael.
Michael A5.
Okay, let's check his details, whether the details also got sorted.
Male B5, 32 C5.
Yes, 32. Chocolate.
Chocolate crop D5.
Yeah. What is that? What is that other one? Let me see.
20/06
Okay, yeah.
slash
20/6. So let's check that of Jackson.
Male B5, Michael A5, Jackson A4.
Jackson is it 29 or 27? I forgot, but 20 something I've forgotten. But it's dark. I know that one.
Male B4, 26 C4.
Yeah, 26 dark.
Dark D4.
Yeah. So you see, all the information that are associated with that name will also be sorted along. So that is number one. Let me undo again. I want to show you something.
A2 Michael, name A1, Michael A2.
So now, okay. So let me delete what name?
Jackson A, Gabriel A4.
Okay, let me delete Gabriel.
Jackson A3, Gabriel A4.
So I want to delete Gabriel.
Jackson A4.
A4. So note, it's only the name I deleted. His information is still it's there.
Male B4.
Male B4.
30 C4.
30 C4.
Fair D4.
Fair.
A4.
A4, but his name has been deleted. So now, if you want to do sorting, it will sort based on cells that contain text and cells that do not contain text. So let's do that.
Name A1, Michael A2.
So let me sort now, and you will see now that the cell that is blank will be shifted down.
Cut, remove, copy, paste, smart, insert, delete. Quicken, filter, sort, collapsed O through, sort A to Z, look, sheet 1 table, name A1.
So let's now see what happens to Gabriel that is not that blank cell.
Esther A2, Jackson A3, Michael A4, Sunday A5, A6.
A6. So let's check now. Let's move right.
Male B6,
You see?
30 C6, fair D6.
So it also sorts all the cells that are blank. It will pack them in one side and put them at the bottom of the table. So because the name is blank, that column was shifted down, but the information too, the other information that was not deleted, also went with that blank cell.
30, male B, A6.
A6. I don't know if you understand what happened. So that is how to sort and what happens if you have a blank cell. So now let me undo again.
A2 Michael through East, Jackson A4, Sunday A4.
Let me bring back Gabriel. I'll undo
Hello.
again.
Gabriel A4.
Yes.
Jackson A3.
What's your question?
Yeah, please, can you just explain again this sorting? The step.
Okay, the step to sort is that you start from the second row. Now, if you want to sort
To contain the first name.
Okay, you start from the first name. That is that. If you want to sort names, there are other things to sort. You can also, it's not just the names. Okay, let me see.
Michael A2, name A1.
Name A1.
Gender B1.
Okay, we might want to sort based on gender. Let's see now.
Male B2.
Male B2. So just start from the first gender. So go to your context menu or application key. So I'll press it now.
Cut, remove the selection and
Then scroll down to sort.
Copy, paste, smart lookups, insert. Quick, fill, sort collapsed O3 of 3.
Hit the enter key.
Sort A to Z lowest to highest.
Hit the enter key.
S1 of 6.
Hit the enter key again.
Sheet 1 table. Female B2.
You see?
Gender B1.
Gender B1.
Female B2.
Female.
Male B6.
Because F comes before male. F comes before M. So
male B, female B2.
Female B2. You still see that the other rows, the information are still the same.
Esther A2.
Esther.
Female B2. 29 C2. Dark D2.
So that is it. So you can sort based on anything or sort any column. Any column you are sorting from, just ensure that you are starting from the first information on that column, not the heading. So let me undo.
How many times did you press the enter
Complexion.
key, please?
How many what?
How many times did you press the enter key?
2 times. Okay, when you scroll down to sort, hit the enter key, then hit the enter key on A to Z again.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. If you hit the enter key on sort, it displays a list of options. I think about 6 of them. The first one is A to Z, which is the one we are looking for. But if it's okay, when we move on now, you see that we have to scroll down again before we hit the enter key. That is just because our option was the first on the list. We hit the enter key again.
Complexion crop D. Complexion crop 8. Gender female B2. A 2 mic gender B1. Name
So
A1.
now let's sort numbers. Let's sort numbers.
Gender B HC1.
Age C1. So now you see this one, the one we want to sort. We want to sort based on age. We want to sort these students or these people based on their age, which has to do with numbers.
HC1, 32C2,
32,
26C3,
26,
30C4,
30,
20C5,
20,
29C6.
29. You see that they are scattered. They are not arranged they are not in any order. So we want to make sure that the students are arranged based on according to their age. So
HC1,
so I'll go to the first age,
32C2,
32. So I'll perform sorting from there.
cut, remove the selection,
Scroll down to sort.
cut, insert, delete, clear, quicken, filter, sort, collapsed 03 of 3.
So while I will hit the enter key on sort.
Sort smallest to largest, lowest to highest. S1 of 6.
Did you see that the option changed? The first one is when we were sorting alphabets, it said sort A to Z, lowest to highest, lowest to largest. But this one is now saying sort
smallest to largest, lowest to highest.
See now, sort
S1 of 6.
Smallest to largest, largest to lowest.
Sort smallest to largest, lowest to highest.
Okay, lowest to highest.
S1 of 6.
So that means we want to sort from smallest to highest. So let me hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table, 20C2.
20 is the first.
HC1.
Age, so let's look at it now. Age,
20C2.
20,
26C3.
26,
29C4.
29,
30C5.
30,
32C6.
32. Here you see, let me undo.
A 2 analysis. HC1.
So we can also sort highest to lowest.
32C2.
Highest to lowest. So let me do that now.
Cut, remove the.
Scroll down to sort.
Cut, delete, clear, quick, filter, sort, collapsed 03 of 3.
Hit the enter key.
Sort smallest to largest, lowest to high.
So instead of hitting the enter key on this one, I'll just scroll down to highest to lowest.
Sort largest to smallest, highest to lowest.
Yeah, largest to
02 of 6.
Smallest. So this is the one I will click on because I want the largest numbers to come first. So I will hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table, 32C2.
32 still remains.
30C3.
30.
29C4.
29.
26C5.
26.
20C6.
20. So that is that. That is that.
A toolbar. Examples for Excel module 26C3, 32C2, HC1, 32C2.
So now there are other options. You also have if your cursor is on date, the option will also change. You know, when we were alphabets, the option was A to Z, Z to A. When we wanted to sort number, the option that we saw changed to smallest to largest, largest to smallest. If you also move your cursor to date, the option you will see will also change. So let's move to date.
Chocolate complexion date E1.
This date.
20/06/2024 times 10 squared. 10/06/2020.
So let's sort based on date and see the option that will come up.
Date E1. 20/06/2024. Cut, remove the select.
Scroll down to sort.
Cut, delete, clear, quick, filter, sort, collapsed 03 of 3.
Hit the enter key and see what happens, and we'll see with the option that will come up.
Sort oldest to newest, lowest to highest.
Do you understand?
S1 of 6.
Oldest to newest. That means you want to sort based on the old will come first, then followed by the newest. If you scroll down again, you will see newest to oldest.
Sort newest to oldest, highest to lowest.
Newest to oldest.
O2 of 6.
So just hit the enter key. So let me hit the enter key on newest to oldest.
Sort newest to oldest, highest to lowest. Sheet 1 table. 23/06/2024 times 10 squared.
So that means the newest date first, then the oldest date last. So let's go down. This is 23rd of
23/06/2024 times 10 squared.
23rd of June.
20/06/2024 times 10 cubed.
20th of June.
20/06/2024 times 10 to the power of 4th.
20th of June again.
10/06/2.
10th of June.
20/05/2024 times 10 to the power of 6.
20th of May, which was last month.
E7.
So you can see. So that is, if you want to sort the column, the data, the option that you will see under the sort option, under the sort, will depend on the type of data that the cursor is on. If it's on numbers, the option will change to smallest to largest, largest to, if it's on alphabet, it will be on A to Z, Z to A. So that's it. That is it. Now the
20/.
Let me undo it.
A2 Michael, date E1, name A1.
Name A1.
Name A1.
So the point I want to bring out here is that why should you start from the first information and not the heading? See the danger of it. Why do you have to start from the first? See the danger now.
Name A1.
If I start name, if I start my sorting from name, from the heading, see what will happen. So let me sort from A1.
Cut, remove the copy, paste, smart, insert, delete, clear, quicken, filter, sort, collapsed O3 of 3.
So I will hit the enter key.
Sort A to Z, lowest to highest.
So let me
S1 of 6.
Hit the enter key again.
Sheet 1 table. Name A1. Name A1. Esther A2. Name A1. Gender B1. HC. Complexion crop D1.
Okay. The name is still the same.
Name A1. Esther A2. Okay, name A1.
Let me try another method.
A2 Michael.
So
name
sometimes
A1.
it works.
Name A1.
Sometimes what I was looking for was that sometimes which is not supposed to be, sometimes these names, gender, age, sometimes it gets sorted through. Instead of remaining as the heading, just the way it did now. But sometimes when you do it, the name too will also find its way among the data, which is not supposed to be. But it doesn't work like that now.
Name
so
A1.
Let me try another column and see whether it will.
Gender B1.
So let me do from gender.
Cut, remove the selection and type, link, open, link, define, pick, format, new, get date, sort, collapsed O3, sort A to Z, lowest to highest. Sheet 1 table. Gender B1.
Okay, it's the same thing. Probably because of this is 360 or Office 365. So you may try it on your own in case your own name, your own headings, it doesn't remain the same. So don't be confused at that, but they tried it out for us and nothing happened. So that is, sometimes it gets sorted, sometimes it doesn't. So here now, by default, the first row of every table is the heading. So that is it. I think that's all we have for today. In case you have any question, you can raise it.
Thank you very much for this wonderful.
I have a question.
So please.
Okay, what is the question?
Okay, let me allow him to talk.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
This is Olurotimi Olubode.
Okay, sir.
Sorry, I came late to the class because I was trying to set up my system. This is
Okay.
because last week I couldn't make the class. But I want to find out because I joined when you were about to finish the editing. Yeah, but I want to find out when you are sorting, what of if it happened that you omitted a column, or let's say a row, you omitted a row, you want to insert it back into it. Is it possible?
Okay. Okay. If that is the case, you can go ahead. Is it that you undo, or if you don't want to undo, you can go ahead,
No, no,
insert your new.
let's say it was omitted. Maybe when you are doing maybe doing all those writing those things,
Yes,
maybe
I
for one
understand.
reason or the other you forget to put that column or row,
Yes,
and
yes,
you now discover
yes,
later you want to insert it
yes,
back to the right position or the right place. Is
yes,
it possible?
yes. You can
How
insert the
can
column, so fill the information and result.
and it will go to that the
Yes,
right place.
yes, yes, the right place. Just sort again.
Sort.
Yes, yes. You can sort as many times as possible. The more once there's new information, it will get sorted. If there is no new information, it will remain the same. So the moment Excel detect that there's something new, it will arrange it. Just sort again. So the next person, or is that all?
Okay, my question is this. Thank you very much. So after
Thank you, sir.
sorting, does it mean that you have to save so that it will remain safe? Control
Definitely.
S. Okay,
Definitely.
okay. Thank you. Then can we get
Definitely.
the Microsoft copy of this class? I mean
Yes,
the
it's
test.
already on your dashboard.
Okay, the Microsoft copy.
Can we download it? That's what he's trying to say. Download the file.
No, you can
Is
read
there
it
any
on the
provision
internet
for
there.
is there
You
any
read it on
provision
the
for
internet.
that after the whole lecture? Maybe we can have this as a reference. Whenever maybe we forget or something like that, we have something as a reference anytime. Is there
And you
any
can see,
provision for that?
you can still go back to the site and read it.
It's not going to be removed.
Uh, okay. I think after you have the grace of, I think, a month or 2 months, that you can still visit the site and still do anything. After that, I don't know, probably.
There should be a
But
provision for maybe something like that we can have that we can refer to at any time.
okay, no problem. It's noted.
Yeah. Then there's one question I want to ask. Now, when you want to sort or delete and all that, you use application key, right? What of
Yes.
we have some laptops or keyboard where we don't have application key. What will happen?
You know, that's why when each time I want to say press your application key, I always mention one other thing. I always say, is it that your application key or context menu? So your context menu is your shifted 10. Any laptop, that
Shift
doesn't
10.
have the app, shift F10, shift plus F10. Hold down the
F10.
shift
Okay,
key.
F10.
Hold down the shift key and press F10. So that is the alternative to application key. Whether your system has or
Okay.
does not have, just press the shift
No.
F10. So
Okay, okay.
that is
Sir,
context
please,
menu.
I have a
Hello.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Hello.
I
I
have a
have a question
question,
before you,
please.
please. Hello.
Okay, sir.
Can you
Okay,
hear
sir.
me?
I'm listening, sir.
Okay. So what I wanted to say is that just like my brother have just said now, that it should be a provision for us that anytime that I want to visit the site for the class for the previous class, so there's a provision for us like that. Then another thing that I wanted to say is that because I was sent the question that you should help me that I was unable to join today's class, but I thank God that I later joined the class. So every class that we may be having like this, please, I want us to send us the link so that it will be able for it will be easy for us to join the class.
How do I send you the link? How?
That it's like you send the link through the group chat. I think that's why
yes,
entered the class, because I
and
was unable
that's
to
how we've
join.
always been doing. We sent it to your email too. If you also check your inbox, your email. So we sent it to both of them.
It was
Your
not sent. This one was
But
not sent. I have to go back to the
today's,
first.
no, check it very well. We sent it.
I did.
But I joined.
That's why I
today's
was a little
own
bit late.
I joined today's own
Okay, sir, please
group chat.
No,
Yeah,
no, I'm
that's
not talking
it.
about
Yeah.
group chat. I'm talking about the system, the email.
No problem. But it has always been, and that's what we did today. Okay, ma, go on.
So how can we sort using the Alt key? I saw something like that in the material, like sorting with the Alt key.
Sorting with the Alt key.
Yes. I saw something like that when I was reading through the notes in the website. I mean,
are you sure
you
it's
talk about
sorting through the
context menu and Alt? Yes, he said Alt H or Z, but I can't remember. Something like that.
Are you sure under sorting or under other topic, which is editing? You can sort through the Alt key. I know you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can sort through the Alt key, but that is a different orientation. You have to. You can use the shortcut key. You can use the shortcut key.
What is the shortcut key, sir?
Okay, so this you want to know. Let me. I'm coming.
Gender B1. Gender B1.
Okay.
Ribbon tabs. Tab Control A. Data tab selected Alt. A6 of 11. Comments. Share. Data group. From text. From web. From tape. From picture. Recents. Exist. Queries. Query. Proper. Workbook. Data. Sort and filter grouping 4 of 8. Sort A to Z button lowest to highest. Alt. A.
Okay.
SA 1 of 7.
Alt AS. Yeah.
Alt AS. Wow. Then we press enter on A to Z.
So you see, this is why it was not really specifically stated, because this one is dependent on your version of Office 2016, 21, 19, 2021, then Microsoft. So if I tell you one specific shortcut, I told
it might not work for me.
It might not work, and then you start coming back, and when I told you Alt HDR, that was because that one is universal.
Tell me the shortcut. If it doesn't work, I'll know it's from the version of Microsoft I'm using. But just please tell me the shortcut.
Now Alt AS.
Alt AS.
Yes.
Okay. Then you press enter on A to Z.
Wait, just listen.
Sort Z to a button highest to lowest. Alt A. SD2 of 7.
Now, Alt, just see it. Alt AS is A to Z. Alt ASD is
Sort Z to a button highest to lowest. Alt A. SD2 of sheet 1.
Okay.
Gender B1. Female B2.
Okay. So let me.
Gender female B2.
Alt.
Ribbon tabs. Tab A S D. Sheet 1. Gender male B2.
Yeah. Alt ASD is for to sort largest to.
Alt ASD is to sort house. Sorry.
Oldest, largest to
from
smallest,
highest.
Z
from
to
highest
okay,
to
descending. So sort descending order. Then why to sort ascending is just AS.
Yes, Alt AS.
AS, yes.
Yes, A to Z.
Thank you so much.
See what
really
you do,
Thank you.
You go to your ribbon tab, go to data, then you use your tab key, whatever your own version tells you.
Yes. That's what I just did. So just go and discover your own.
Yes.
Any other question?
Okay, please. Yes, can you hear me? Hello?
All right, she can
yes,
go first.
I can. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please. I am asking, can we now access
What's your name,
module 2 quiz? I am Barrister Lillian.
Okay.
Lillian.
Okay, ma'am.
Can we access the module 2 quiz now?
At the end of the class, yes. At the end of the class.
At the end of the class.
Yes.
Okay, now for your e-library, anytime I go to your site, you always tell us to explore your e-library, but I've tried using your e-library, but nothing is coming up. So why is it like that? Both your, you said?
You'll be granted access soon.
It's not. Okay.
You'll be granted access. So e-library contains different books on different aspects, education.
Yes.
So yeah.
I saw them, but none is opening.
Okay, don't worry, you'll be granted access and then you'll be informed. Any other person?
Okay. Thank you.
So God have answered you so that you don't sue me. I've never been to court. I don't want to go to court now.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
This is
yes, sir.
From Kenya.
Okay.
Yes, I'm saying this is Nyange Mwasio from Kenya. I want to first really appreciate for the session. It was awesome. You did your best to make sure that you are as explicit as possible. Now, I'd wish to just advise my fellow learners that as much as we are learning, we also try to be keen listeners so that we would also be able to capture the key commands that we get, just like you did when you were getting to ribbon data, and then you just listened. You may not even know it often, but you just listen and then you're able to know it and able to share. So I encourage each one of us to be a keen listener so that it becomes easier for us to also get these key commands with this. Otherwise, thank you a lot.
Yes.
Nyange Mwasio from Kenya again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Dennis
thank
from
you, sir.
Kenya. I wanted to know the difference between filtering and sorting.
Between filtering and sorting?
Yes.
Okay, nice question. Nice question. Help? Okay, go on.
This is Nyange Mwasio from Kenya again. So sorting is the process of arranging from A to Z, Z to A, or highest to lowest. Whereas filtering is the process where you may have several columns. Say, for example, you have column on name, another one on gender, another one on age, and another one on maybe complexion. But you only want to sort maybe say by name and age. You only want to get the details of only name and age. So that process that you will undertake to get the data presenting you only with a column on name and a column on age is referred to as filtering. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So just to add, he has said it all, but just to add one or two things or to make it clearer, filter. I'm sure we have filters in our homes. A filter device. You want to. The meaning of filter is just to remove the unwanted. If you want to filter your water, you want a situation where you only get the clean water, the dirt, is removed. That is filtering. But in Excel, of course, there is you can have unwanted data, but for a particular reason, if you need the data for something, for instance, now, if I only want to get to see information on a particular's name and his age, I only want to see it. Every other information at that moment is not necessary. I don't want to see it. So I will only see name and age. Every other column that contains other information will be hidden. So that means I'll filter them out. At that moment, they are unwanted. They are not needed. So the only part that I need are names, columns, and column for name and age. So that is it. Just look at your filter system at home, where you get to remove the part you don't want and then you leave the part you want. Sorting is that you want to classify it. You want to arrange based on a particular characteristic.
Are you intending to demonstrate this in future, or it is not for this?
Yes. Next question. Any other question?
Okay, I wanted also to imagine that when we are sorting information, we filter starting from the first data of the information. So imagine if you went to name, like you went to the second, third row and started filtering from there.
Filter has a don't let complicate things. Filter has a different function, a different method. It's completely different.
We have not done filter now, so let's base our questions on the topics we have.
Yes,
filtered,
that's what I'm
no,
saying.
Sorry, it is sorting. It is sorting.
It's a sorting. So the way you filter is completely different from the way you sort. So don't let complications. So any other question?
Well, Mr. Abraham, maybe just to understand what he was meaning, is that can you sort from any point? Well, from my experience, it's yes. So long as you're on that specific, you can actually sort just from anywhere. So long as you
anywhere in that column.
Yes.
Anywhere in that column, yes.
Yes. That has left the call. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Is that all? The clock is ticking.
Yes, that's all.
Okay. So let me, just a minute, let me hand you over. Okay, the CEO is coming.
Okay, I'm here. Okay, thank you very much. I hope we had a good time. Had a good time learning together today. Please, just a few housekeepings. The quiz will be up by tomorrow. By this time tomorrow, the quiz will be up, so you'll be able to take the quiz and move on to module 3. I think that's basically that. Don't forget to keep in touch on the WhatsApp group so that we can continue attending to your questions from there. As Leko posted earlier on, please, when you send, if you have any issues, send it to the WhatsApp group so that when he answers a question, other people will also be able to benefit. But when he answers you privately only, it might affect, it might have to respond to 100 other people on the same issue. So it makes it easier to serve everybody. So thank you again, and we'll see you again next week, Thursday. Keep engaging on the site. We received your feedback as to being able to download the materials. I think that's also we'll look at it and see the best way possible. Then we'll get back to you by next week. You continue to see the improvements on the site. And I think somebody also asked a question about being able to know the answers to the quiz after it being answered. Yes. That would also definitely will be worked on. That's just a technical issue to be sorted, and every other thing will be sorted. But even if you have any feedback you want to give, we're doing before the live class, you can always send it on the WhatsApp group so we can track that and work on that. Suleiman, you wanted to say something?
So our class is now only on Thursdays.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Lillian. Yes, our class is only on Thursdays now. So to give you more time to work on your personal duties and also take your quiz and do your practice, which is very, 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 very important. At the end of the day, when you continue to practice, you get better. But when you don't have enough time to practice, then at the end of the day, you're just sticking a routine. We don't want this to be a routine for you. We want this to be really, really impactful. So please take your time. Use personal learning. Please take your time to do the work you have to do to ensure that you're more proficient than you started.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you,
Madam,
Lydia.
I have a question.
Chat bar Ibrahim Olalakan left. Chat bar.
Okay, go ahead. Who's saying something?
Madam, I have a question on the quiz. And my question is, does it have
Clickable search
an
landmark.
expiry date, or if I do the quiz of now, for example, the quiz of this week, in case I do it in week 3, will it does it have an expiry date that it will again afterwards disappear?
No. I don't think the quiz will disappear. No, not I don't think. I know the quiz won't disappear. You can always go back to answer the quiz, but there's a caveat. So the caveat is if you answer the quiz and you score above 70, means you are now qualified to get to the next module. Even if you go back and answer the quiz you've answered before and you score 100 or any score you get, it's irrelevant to your progress. The first top score you get is the one that will be used. But if you answer the first one, the 10th one, and you are not getting the 70%, you are not going to the next module until you can answer it as many times as possible. So the quiz is not going to disappear from the module as you move on. You can always go back to test your skill again anytime you want to. The only difference is that because you have moved on to the next module, it's not going to affect your scores again.
Okay.
I hope that is taken care of. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, madam.
Thank you. So we'll be expecting you next week Thursday again.
Examples for sharing control, media player road, document.
Thank you. Okay, Sochi, one more thing, please. We'll be uploading this class on our YouTube.
Chat bar eyebrow.
So usually the class is uploaded on our YouTube page, and the link is uploaded on. So the link is uploaded on Accesstech Academy. But you can get it faster if you subscribe to our YouTube page. Yeah, you always get it immediately it's uploaded. So you get the notification immediately the class is uploaded, so that you might not have to wait for the alert from the technical team to tell you that the class is now uploaded. So that might make it faster. So we encourage you to please subscribe to our YouTube page, which is Accesstech Innovation on YouTube. So anytime we upload the class and post it on YouTube, it is you receive the alert that you have a new video. Okay. Thank you again.
Thank you so much,
see you
ma'am.
next. Yeah, thank you,
Thank
Princess.
you.
My class captain.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Share media found WhatsApp row 3 column.
See you next
Foundation.
week Thursday.
Tukamuhebwe Justice left the call. Lillian Avagir left the call.
I didn't know you had finished. Okay, I went to jump back on the video and let it. Oh, this thing, not now, this thing, right? You didn't finish, right? It doesn't want to use that video. So this one, are you I still don't like it. I don't even.